Okay, everybody's seated. I'll call the meeting to order. And motion please to adopt the agenda. Blanchette and Torgerson. And are there any additions? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. And adoption of the previous minutes, 3.1. Motion to adopt please, Salt and Torgerson. Okay, are there any errors or omissions? Hearing none. Oh, everybody voted in favor, right?
We did.
Okay, that's good.
All in favor.
So, hearing none, the minutes are adopted. And reading file, no motion required. And agenda item 7.1, proposed development variance permit for 880 Bevan Crescent. Motion please to authorize staff to issue development variance permit 0615 to allow the placement of up to 6 additional C-can storage containers on the subject property legally described as Lot 2, District Lot 7355, Caribou District Plan, EPP 5131321, and to be placed as described in the supporting documentation accompanying the application or. What is Councillor Torgerson?
I make a motion for number 1, Your Worship.
Okay, as seconded by Councillor Reimer. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. 7.2, proposed development variance permit for 940 Main Street. The staff recommendation is that council authorizes staff to issue development variance permit 0615 to allow the placement of up to 6. Whoops.
Pardon me, that should be 0715.
0715, okay. Council, you're amending your agenda for 0715 to allow the placement of up to 6 additional C-can storage containers on the subject property legally described as Lot 1, District Lot 9778, Caribou Land District 05, and Plan number 11968, to be placed behind the principal building in the locations illustrated in the supporting documentation accompanying the application or. What is council's wish? Councillor Reimer and Councillor Torgerson, you're moving number 1?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Carried. 8.1, Village of Valemount Council Procedure Bylaw number 652/2010. And the staff recommendation is that council gives third reading to the Village of Valemount Council Procedure Bylaw number 652/2010, Amendment Bylaw number 746/2015. What is council's wish?
Question?
Yes?
I'd like to see if we can change it to 1 member away at a time. I was talking with Gord from VCTV, and if we have 2, we're not quite sure how we're going to set that up visually and audioly.
Okay.
So if we just have 1 away.
For the purpose of television, we're going to change the bylaw procedure. What is the staff recommendation here?
Well, in consultation with our IT manager,
Yes.
who's also our economic development officer, we understand that it is possible to make this work. I would suggest at this point, unless there's other considerations that council wants to debate, that we give this a try.
Okay.
If we find out that it's not possible, we may have to amend the procedure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Anything further? Okay. All in favor of...
Worship,
yes.
just give me a moment just to scan the bylaw itself,
Okay.
please.
Certainly. We need a mover and a seconder on that anyway. And I think it's probably highly unusual that 2 councillors are away at the same time. Very highly unusual. I think in the last year it may have happened once. I don't know.
It may have happened once.
I think it happened once, only once. Out of 24 meetings, that's not bad. Yeah. Councillor Torgerson?
D here, optional. Council members may not participate electronically at an in-camera meeting. I'd like to hear any thoughts from other councillors on the subject. If
Council member wishes to speak to that? Councillor Blanchette?
I just think that it's like Ken mentioned that we need to try it first, and I don't think we should be trying it with in-camera items. Try it, see how it works, and then go from there.
Councillor Salt?
And my concern too is just the security as well, just to ensure that, in camera is in camera, and you just never know if security breach may happen or not. So that's my concern as well.
as in like,
Yes, Councillor.
as in the, perhaps it could be hacked in some way or some form.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, in this day and age.
Yes. Okay. Councillor Reimer, any comments?
Well, I don't know what can all happen with in-camera things, but, as long as the councillor that's absent can get the proceedings and everything else from the in-camera thing after, in some other format, then I don't see, we can try it and see it, that's all we do. It's kind of an experiment in a way, see how it works, and once we get some glitches out, then we can go back and revisit, see how it's working.
Councillor Torgerson.
The in-camera agenda is sent electronically.
That's right.
And this bylaw does not prevent one council member emailing another council member one-on-one. This bylaw does prevent group discussion pertaining to matters of the agenda. Thus, you could sway one vote, but you may not sway a quorum of votes. So, agreed. You're still able to participate one-on-one in conversation, telephone, emails, but just not in a group email. And I feel that, I think if we can stick to that, I support this bylaw.
Do you have anything to add? No. Councillor Salt.
And I also would prefer that, like in D, it says a council member may participate in not more than 4 consecutive regular scheduled council meetings. I also would like it that it's not more than 4 in a year as well. Regional district only allows 3. Quite often we refer to the regional district and what they do.
There are probably many procedures that could be changed here to line up more with the regional district. And we'll look into them in the new year. Yes.
If I may, just as a point of order, the charter section actually states that it's 4 consecutive regular council meetings. If council chooses to restrict that further, it's free to do that, although the charter states differently.
Okay, Councillor Torgerson.
Forgive me, Mr. Young, but your worship, if we're allowing electronic participation, council members are not absent from a council meeting. They're participating electronically.
That's right.
The charter strictly states that 4 consecutive meetings that you're completely absent from is my interpretation of the charter. And by participating electronically, you're not absent. You're just not in the room. You actually indeed are participating.
Okay, are there any further comments? Well, now that councillors have no further comments, I should just like to state my opinion that we follow the charter. And as I say, the staff at the Regional District of Fraser-Fort George is exceptionally efficient and professional. And I think that lining up our procedures with theirs would serve not only the mayor and the council well and the staff, but also our residents. And with respect to the in-camera sessions, I have always relied on the integrity of our councillors to ensure that no one is sitting beside them and listening to an in-camera session. And if there's someone that cannot be trusted, I would say speak now or forever hold your peace. You know? Anyway, yes, Councillor Reimer.
And I may as well admit, I may probably use this more than any of the rest of you. I have no embarrassment about admitting that. And I appreciate that. That does not mean that I will slack off on my obligation to the community for what I've been elected for. And if that doesn't work, then I'll have to revisit this whole idea, but
Thank you,
Just
Councillor.
one more comment, Your Worship. We did do this twice, I believe, through the Valemount Community Forest, and it did work well. While, you know, there was some sound glitches, perhaps a delay in video transmission, I think both of those meetings went extremely well, and discussion was heard, and discussion from the other end was heard. I mean, I support the participation electronically.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Torgerson. Do we have a mover? And
Not yet.
Yet, okay. And here we are discussing it, Councillor Reimer, and move and second, Councillor Torgerson. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Are you opposed, Councillor Salt?
I would have liked to see some of the changes, so if we're not changing some of the things, let's give it a try.
Okay, all in favor then? Carried. (8.2) Village of Valemount zoning bylaw number 610/2007, amendment bylaw number 744/2015, rezoning application for 2 sites located at 202 Ash Street. Staff recommendation is that council gives final reading to the Village of Valemount zoning bylaw number 610/2007, amendment bylaw number 744/2015 to rezone those portions of the northwest quarter of District Lot 7355, Caribou District 05, except plans B5959, H343, 8811, 9689, 11201, 11338, 14606, 17326, 18679, 22253, 23527, 26557, 27976, 30322, 33998, and PGP 48091 that are identified in the bylaw from residential 1 zone to high density residential R5 zone. What is council's wish? Councillor Torgerson and Councillor Salt. Okay, any discussion? Yes, Councillor?
Not one stumble, Your Worship. You fired that bang.
And so early in the morning, Councillor. Okay, all in favor? Carried. 8.3, Village Council Remuneration Bylaw number 747/2015. Staff recommendation that council approves the third reading of Village of Valemount Council Remuneration Bylaw 747/2015 as presented. What is Torgerson and Salt? Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. Okay, public comment. Is there any public comment today? Everybody's happy? Okay. And agenda item 10.1, notice to proceed to a special in-camera council meeting and then to a special in-camera committee of the whole meeting for consideration of 2 items per section 90.1A and C and I of the community charter.
L.
L? Oh, okay. It's a small L. It looks like an I here. That's all right. Motion, please. Okay, Councillor Blanchette and Councillor Torgerson. All in favor? Carried. Thank you.